the 150 Sports Podcast. It's the 150 Sports Podcast. Sports show, sports show, sports show, sports show, sports show, sports show, sports show. It's the 150 Sports Podcast. It's the 150 Sports Podcast. Sports show, sports show, sports show, sports show, sports show, sports show, sports show. 150, 150, 150, 150, 150, 150. Sports Pod, Sports Pod, Sports Pod.
A ton of them. Hello,
That's
beautiful
dope.
people. It's been a long time, but we're back. We are back. This is the 150 Sports Talk podcast. You know what? We just back and we're ready to argue about several things. I could just start off by saying Wemby's not the MVP. What else is going on? They're gonna have to blow up the Knicks. What else? Email Doku's overrated. What else? Any other hot takes? Brandon Ingram fumbled gorilla.
That was quick.
Thank
That
you,
that's
Jesus.
all. That's all. That's all I got.
Hey, but were you trolling when you said Wemby's not MVP?
Yeah,
He's
he can't. He
definitely
got
not
to
the
be trolling
MVP.
though. Why not?
He's
No,
not the
no, he's not the
MVP.
MVP. No, he's not.
He's
Who's the
absolutely not.
MVP?
You don't have a press conference and tell me that you're MVP, and everybody, all these media idiots, get a semi hard on Haffy and talk about, well, maybe he is. No, he's not. He
He's
has the
not.
same
Who
exact
is?
numbers.
Who,
He has
who,
the same exact
who
numbers
is?
He has the same exact numbers that Anthony Davis had in 2020, and
And that
Anthony
was
Davis
2020
finished
though. But
sixth.
Vic, that's 2020 though. That We
So
we
let me
we
give
in
you numbers.
2026. So
Let me give you
what's the
numbers.
difference? What's
I'll give you the numbers. OKC is 52-12 when Shea plays, right? OKC's second best player, Jalen Williams, has only played 30 games. The Spurs are 47-13 when Wemby plays. The Spurs' second best player, Fox, has played 65 games. That is why Shea is the MVP. Is that
Also,
simple?
that's not
did
that
we
doesn't.
forget?
I mean, Wimby has that. He's the leader of that team. That team is basically second, or they second or first in the West.
The
And they're
second.
like, y'all got to think, they're second in the West, and he's balling out, man.
And Shea
He's
isn't?
literally balling, and he's leading his team. I'm not taking away. Okay,
They're
I'm
both doing the
making
same
I'm
thing. They're both doing the same
I'm
thing,
making
Gary.
it.
You're not making a counter though. How's that a counter? They're doing
No,
the same
I'm
thing.
my case is he's leading a team where just 2 years ago they didn't even make the playoffs.
Right.
That they didn't even make the playoffs. That team, Oklahoma City, regardless of losing Jalen, they still have great adamant players that can play the game of basketball that can
And so
keep
does
them
Wemby.
afloat until they
And
get to.
so does Wemby.
That's fine and dandy, but we can't. I don't want to. I don't want to get to the point where I'm saying he's undeserving, because
No
it's
one
not
said
like
that.
he's not bought. He's not deserving, but I believe it's an argument. That's an argument for him to be MVP.
There's a
At the
discussion.
very least, there's a great argument for him to be. I don't believe Shea is the MVP, but as an argument, that's an argument for it because of some of the stuff that you just brought up, Phil.
And then
So what?
But I
let's add in this piece that people forget because it's an 82 game season. OKC went 24-1. And one of the biggest reasons why the Spurs are second is because OKC started the season 24-1. Like, we can't throw all that stuff out. Like,
We also
he,
can't throw out the fact that this man on the defensive end is up for Defensive Player of the Year as well.
I
but
do, but I think that's
but
his
so
gas.
what? He is Defensive Player of the Year, but the Defensive Player of the Year has never been a qualification for MVP. It never
No, no,
has.
hey,
I'm
so
not
can we
saying
can
that.
we
I didn't say that to say that. I just said that to say
He's playing
look
both
at
sides of the ball.
look at it at an elite level. There's not many in the league that are doing that at an elite level on both sides of the ball.
If he
And
was averaging more
fellas,
points, then maybe.
it's
But
it's
Shea is
it's
averaging 32, and he
he's
and he.
affecting the game and doesn't have to do it through points. That's like
And that's
this is where we
great. But
get
the
caught up.
last time
We
somebody
can't get
affected
caught
the
up in it.
ball on both sides as effectively as Wemby did and was in the MVP conversation, he finished sixth in the West. And his team was the #1 seed. So I don't like
But
this is why I
I,
don't respect the MVP. It always switches. No one cared a thing about it being a two-way award when Jokic won it 3 times in a row.
Come on.
Nobody brought that up. So it's like I don't want
I
to
have
hear
no
it
problem
now.
with I don't have a problem with that argument to keep it a buck with you. But that's 2020. This is 2026. It's going to be hard for us to compare what he's doing now to compare to what Anthony
No,
Davis
it's
was
not.
doing back then.
It's very
Because
easy. Why would you? I'm sorry, Gary. Why would you say it's hard for us to compare a 6-year
it
difference?
was because it was 6 years ago. If that's the case, why we can make that same argument? Like, why were they passing over LeBron when they didn't pass over for Mike and the same stuff was going on? Blah blah. Why
But
they change over for James?
Gary,
They should have done for
What?
LeBron. And blah.
Whoa,
There's
whoa,
going to
whoa,
be the
hold
from
on.
argument. That's going to also
from
going to
Mike to
always.
LeBron, from Mike to
They
LeBron is 30 years.
yeah, they
From
suffer. Hold on. They
AD
suffered the
and
same
Wemby
fate.
are contemporaries. This is 6 years ago.
They stopped giving LeBron the MVP for the same reason they stopped giving it to Mike. Voter
This
fatigue.
is this is 6 years ago. He's not doing anything that AD wasn't doing in that same daggone year.
I'll say this.
When
I'll say this. I
hold on,
think
let me read off these numbers. This is Wemby. 24, 11, 3 assists, 3 blocks, a steal, 50 from the floor, 35 from 3. This is AD. 26, 9 boards, 3 assists, 2 blocks, 2 steals, 50 from the floor, 33 from 3.
I
Numbers are
respect check this out. I respect those numbers, but the numbers that we don't see what's happening with him as far as leading the team. We don't see what he's doing as far as changing plays, the changing shots on the floor, his presence, being a big difference. Like that same thing, it would say the same thing about Anthony, because I'm pretty sure he changed quite a few shots when they came into the paint. He was able to defend the perimeter. No, it wasn't like he was just I
It had the same
agree.
phenomenal impact on defense.
But I
The
agree.
same
But
phenomenal
again,
impact.
that was 6 years ago, and this is now we in 2026, and we're literally watching live right now what Wemby is doing. We took a team that barely won 40 some games last year, and they're probably going to double that this year. Like his play on the floor is worthy of MVP votes, MVP
no,
respect.
no one's saying who it isn't though. You said who's the MVP? That's what you asked. You didn't say is Wemby deserving the votes.
I, but no, Vic was saying that he's not the MVP.
He's
He's
not.
You're
not.
saying that he's not.
You can still be
So
second
now
and
you
not be the
contradict.
MVP.
Yeah, if you win second, you're not the MVP.
No, you're not the MVP if you're second. I'm saying there's an argument, fellas. Listen to my wording. I'm saying that there's an argument. We
But
can't just outright.
we're not
We
Yeah,
disagreeing
we're
with
can't.
you
not.
there.
So we
Yeah,
can't
we're not disagreeing.
outright just hear me out. We can't just outright say he's not the
No,
MVP.
but that's
Yes,
the
we can.
argument. But that's the actual argument. Us saying he measures up, but what he's doing is not more impressive than the #1 team in the West for 2 years going. This guy's averaging 30-some points a game. He's shooting 55% from the floor at 6'4". What are we doing?
And his
He's
clutch
not
That's
stats
six
are the
super
best.
four.
impressive. I don't care how
His
much
clutch.
defense you play.
He's not 6'4". He's also getting
He's
away with this dude is starting to remind me of the James Harden effect. That he's all offense, no defense. He gets away with a lot of
SGA plays defense,
illegal.
man.
He
Come on,
he he
man.
plays defense. He plays defense. He's just not an
He
elite
play
defender.
he plays more defense than James Harden does, but he's not affecting the game on both ends of the floor. He's affecting the game on one side of the floor where there's never a time when we say he made an amazing stop. That was an amazing block. That was a great steal. That we're not talking about that. Every time we see him in the highlights, the majority of the time they're going to be talking about what he's doing on the floor on the offensive end. They're not saying that about Wemby. They're talking about how he's affecting the game on both ends of the floor. And with him affected, and somebody already said it that he's probably going to end up winning the Defensive Player of the Year.
He
Fine,
deserves
he's
it.
he's deserving of it, but he's also deserving of the MVP conversation and maybe even the award itself based upon what he's doing on the floor.
Not
That's
deserving of the
that.
award, deserving of the argument. I'm sorry, Shea 6'6". I apologize.
Yeah,
And
I knew. I
he
thought he was 6'6", 6'7",
I
but yeah,
Wemby
apologize.
he's no, he's
Wemby could
cool.
be a finalist. He'll be a finalist. He'll probably be runner up, and that is
He's
amazing.
already he's already a finalist. They're already talking about who the top three are, but now it's starting even going to the top two. So we all know it's going to be between he and Shea.
Shea's
But
gonna win.
I gotta disagree with that. I don't think Shea's going to win. And I'm a Shea fan. I don't have nothing. I don't hate nothing about his game or how he carries himself off on the court. But when a player is offensively elite and defensively elite, it's not clear as cut as saying he's not the MVP. That's
DJ,
just crazy to me.
when was that argument ever made before in the MVP discussion?
And how's he
I'm
elite
not.
averaging 24
I'm.
points a
No,
I'm.
no,
game?
wait, Phil,
I get. I get.
wait.
I'm
When
about to
was that
answer you.
argument ever made
Answer,
before in the MVP
I'm answering.
discussion?
I'm answering you. It hasn't been made, but I'm saying for me,
Thank
in
you.
my
Case
opinion,
dismissed. So I don't
no,
want to
it's
hear it
my opinion,
now. You
bro.
can't just pull
Just
that
because,
out.
dog, just because they like, niggas, just because you don't hear that doesn't mean that it doesn't hold weight. What are we talking about? Just because you don't hear that doesn't mean it
It
doesn't hold
doesn't
DJ,
weight.
hold any weight. It do,
No,
if
to
we
you,
literally
nigga,
from
to
the time we
you.
were kids. I'm sorry. Go ahead, DJ. I'm sorry.
To you, it doesn't. What I'm saying is the fact that you're not, nobody can sit here and tell me that nobody's paying attention saying, not saying, oh, because he should be defensive player of the year, he should be MVP. No, the fact that he's able to still have that much stamina and energy for defense and still be elite like that, they're saying, like, that's not going unnoticed. So I'm just saying that, oh, I'm sorry, I almost saw a
It's
car
part of his
accident.
argument.
Go ahead.
It's part of
I,
his argument for the MVP. But when they try to make a new nuance a reason for the MVP,
Which
when when Shea is holding all the particulars that has always been the statutes for MVP, best player on the best team in the best conference for the whole time. There's been no discussion that OKC is not the best team.
Okay, all
So
right.
like
But that stopped
you
being
can't we
that
can't
too, G.
we're gonna get bored and fascinated with the new toy in the first year. Wemby's gonna
Yeah,
have plenty of
I'm
opportunities to
not
get this
I'm not
MVP.
mad if Shea won. I'm not mad at Shea won. But for someone to say it's clear cut, that's what
that
it
he,
is. That's when I want to rebuttal and debate because it
but why are
should
y'all
it
saying that? I got to ask why
because
y'all can say that.
that's a legit
that's a
argument.
legit fight. Because
No one is. But
he should Wimby. If I had a vote, I'm voting Wimby. And y'all already
yeah,
know how I am about how I vote. I don't vote on flash. I vote on impact. If Wimby is
you want to hear
impacting the game
impact?
on, but hold up though, let me finish my statement. If he's impacting the game on both ends of the floor, he has his team literally about to win 60 wins. They barely won 40 last year. This team is playing, and and he has players around him. Yes, he does. He has a new guard that's playing with him with Fox. The Cassell kid is really, growing up. That's fine and dandy. But this kid is affecting the game on both ends. Shea has the luxury of having a veteran team.
We gotta
They have
stop this.
veteran. They have a
But
vet. He
but
That's
has a
that
veteran.
that
when
He
narrative is
did
has
not
a
working with
veteran
but
Gary.
when
team who
when
are
That
did
champ.
narrative is not working, Gary.
when
He's
did
a
That
vet.
you
MVP
He
got
when
that
Gary,
narrative
can
is
I
not
ask you a
working, Gary.
question? Gary, let me ask you a question.
I agree with your
No, let me.
points, but this whole poor Wemby and the poor Spurs and the overrun, nah, they're not miles and miles better than the Spurs. We're not gonna do that. Stephon Castle rookie of the year, Wemby rookie of the year, De'Aaron Fox max player. Come on, man, like they not no bums over there.
They got the
They
number
not
two
no
pick
bums.
on the bench,
Okay,
sitting on the
can
bench,
They're not
coming
no
off the
can
bums
I
bench.
over
can
there.
I ask this question? When has the MVP when did niggas start it's a negative asterisk on your voting when you're that good on defense or elite?
Well, hold on. Let me let
When
me let
did
me say this.
niggas don't take defense into
That's not
consideration when you talking about
that.
MVP?
That's
And
not
that's for
okay.
the defensive player of the year.
I'm not asking that. I'm asking you, does
It's most
niggas don't
valuable.
Most
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 valuable?
valuable.
It didn't
valuable
say
player.
most
When they bring
valuable
up the stats of
offensive
most
player.
valuable player, they show you the points per game, the
Uh-huh.
rebounds, and
Uh-huh.
the assists. And
They
they'll
so
show
they
you
don't show they don't show
they'll show you player efficiency rating. There's
they don't
never
show
been a
steals.
time there's never been a time in MVP
What's
where I've seen somebody's
well, Shea
defensive
averages more.
rating.
Shea averages more steals than Wemby. So now what?
I'm asking about defense. That's not the only thing on defense. So I'm asking you. So that steals, blocks, deflections, all none of that matters when it comes to
I'm not saying
MVP.
it doesn't
I'm
matter.
asking. No, I'm
I'm
asking.
just saying if we were to list out a number of things that mattered for the MVP, I do not remember defense ever being in the mix for what's the
Un,
reason that this
unless you
person wins the MVP.
unless
Just
you're
go down the history of people.
this is where defense matters, right? So let's say, for instance, it was between. So first of all, I want to push back on the whole Wemby being elite thing. He's not elite offensively yet. Like people keep saying that you're not an elite offensive player if you're only averaging 24 points. That is
Okay,
that is
Only
a
bro.
fact.
averaging. How is he? What is it, man? What is his
Hold on,
averaging?
whoa, 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 whoa,
He's
Jesus.
whoa, whoa. Let
averaging
me finish.
20.
Let me
He's
let,
averaging 24 in the
let me
NBA, dog.
let
Is
me
that
let me
so?
finish what I'm
That's an
saying.
easy
That's not
task.
that's not
That's
stop.
not an
Y'all
easy
y'all gonna
task.
y'all
What
gonna,
you
y'all gonna let me
talking
talk or
about?
not? Y'all gonna let me talk or not? Cause y'all, I mean, cause every time I start talking, y'all jump in and say I'm not finished. I'm not finished.
James is
Once
missing
again,
this.
once again, this is what I mean by elite. This is what I mean by elite. Wemby, for as tall as he is, I think his splits are like 50, 35, and 82. Those are not elite offensive numbers, and he averages less than 25. And last time I checked, to be considered elite, you need to be up like top 5, top 10 in scoring, right? And your
Who
splits
came
need
up
to
with
be
that?
at the
Who
highest
came up with
level.
that criteria?
What
Who
you mean?
came up with
What
that
you mean?
criteria?
Name
You
one.
came
Okay,
up with that criteria, nigga.
okay.
Nobody else be saying that bull job but you.
All
You
right,
be
cool.
coming up
Just
with
because,
these
just
new.
because your guy, just because you don't think Shea's MVP now works against him. Cool, but
No,
he's
I'm
only
not.
averaging.
I'm not
Shea
saying that's
hasn't
not what I
missed.
said. I
I just,
haven't
I don't.
said nothing.
I don't think Wemby's a leader offensively yet. That's just my opinion. I think he's still, I still think he has a lot of room to grow there offensively, but he's not considered. I don't consider him an elite offensive player. I think he's inconsistent on the offensive end. And I think his defense, outside of him being an amazing shot blocker and an elite rim protector, his on the ball defense is below average. No one talks about that. They just see the blocks and they just
Who-
swear he's just the greatest
All right,
defensive
so
player they've ever
question:
seen. He is not. He is
Wow.
not.
who
He is.
killed
Hold on. Let me
who
finish.
be
Wow.
killing
Let me
Wemby?
finish.
Wow.
Let me finish. Let me
I'm
finish.
not going that far, y'all.
That's too far. Come on,
Let
dog.
I'm
yeah.
not,
Who be killing
Let me
Come
get
on,
the.
I just
man.
want to let everybody know
Let me.
that that's not George is
Cool.
not talking. Phil is
Let me
talking
get.
right now.
Let me get the whole takeout. Let me get the whole takeout.
Go ahead, bro. Go ahead.
Go take a deeper dive at his low post on the ball defensive numbers and his on the ball defensive numbers. Niggas is literally shooting nearly 50% when he's guarding them. Literally. That's a stat. I didn't make that up. And ask me
You
did niggas
probably
shoot
did. That's
ask me did people shoot 50% on Hakeem when he was guarding them. Ask you did people shoot 50% on D Rob when they was guarding. I can go on and on and on. So what I'm saying is, all I'm saying is the Wemby stuff, I get it. He walked into a press conference and he says a bunch of cute stuff that no one's ever dared to say before. Congratulations. But Shea, his splits is 55, 39, 88, and he's averaging 32, and he hasn't missed a shot in the fourth quarter in 2 weeks.
Who's in 2 weeks? That's about what's that? About 7 games,
A
six
little more than
games.
that. He hasn't missed a
So
shot in the fourth quarter, Gary.
okay, cool. Hey, man, that's impeccable, Philip. That is it, man. Listen, as a matter of fact, I think all four of us should take some time to
And it's
let that
10
marinate.
games. And it's 10
10,
games, by the way.
10 games. So
And
10
the
games.
and
Oh,
and the OKC hasn't lost a game. They've won 19 out of the last 20 games. 19 out of the last 20. All right, you go now.
and the Lakers have won 11 of 12, or something like that, some crazy number like that.
19 out of 20. Sorry.
So, are you
Lakers
sitting by
have
somebody, dog?
Lakers
You
Lakers
better
have won
stop yelling before you get in trouble.
the
I
Lakers
know
have won
that.
12 out of 13 after last night.
12 out of 13.
Yeah.
Yo, Philip, you good, dog? Somebody around you? Like, I mess with you, but hey, niggas ain't finna talk to you sideways. What was that?
And I'm in the Uber. I got my headphones on, so I didn't realize how loud I was.
Oh, my bad. Yeah, okay.
But yeah, 19. They've won 19 because everyone's case for Wemby and the Spurs is they've won all these games in the last 2 months or whatever. But OKC has been
But
right there. Like if OKC
but
was
let me
slipping,
but Phil, let me
I'm with
address what you
y'all.
said. Let me address what you're saying. You said that they won 19 out of 20. He hasn't missed a shot in the fourth quarter over the last 10 games in two
Correct.
weeks or 10 games, however you want to call it.
Yep.
How many shots is he taking? First and foremost. Secondly, who is he playing against? Who's defending him when he's taking these shots? Like all of those things are going to play a part into it.
Okay. You
Again,
want me? You want me to say?
again,
You want the list?
if you can pull it up, that's fine. I would love to know the 10 games who they played. That's most
Detroit,
important for me.
Detroit, Knicks, Boston, Philly, Minnesota, Orlando, Boston again, Denver, Golden State, New York.
So in how many games? You said 10?
It's
Last
10
10
in
games,
10 games.
he has
He
not
He's
hasn't
missed.
he's a,
missed.
he's 11
He has
for 11. Got it. That's
in the
it's
fourth quarter.
super
You talking
impressive.
about
But
for
you
a game?
in
One
11
game?
in 10 games, he's 11 for 11
Huh?
in the fourth. In the fourth,
That's impressive.
super definitely
Wait,
impressive.
wait, wait,
Like
wait. So he's making 2 shots a game in
if
the fourth
that,
quarter?
Mm-mm.
Wait a minute.
if
So he
that.
went 11 for 11 in all 10
In t-
games. Like every game he goes 11 for 11 in the fourth
no,
quarter.
no, in total.
No, 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 no. DJ, you not understand what I'm saying. Whenever he's scoring, he's made 11 field goals in
I don't
10
think
straight games.
that's not accurate, DJ.
I'm just going off of what I see. Sorry. Wait. Let me fix it. Let me fix it.
Thank you, because
In
I'm about
the
to correct you.
it, let me fix it. Since March 17th, spanning in 7 consecutive games, he's going 11 for 11.
In the fourth quarter.
So
So I
in
don't know.
7 games, he's averaging one shot and a half per fourth quarter. So if he takes one shot and it makes it, and God forbid they're winning, he can sit. Those are not impressive numbers. Are we tripping? Are we really tripping, dog? So if he was doing 11 for 11, he was 5 for 5 or 6 for 6. Hell, if he was 4 for 4 over the course of 10 games, I think then we like, yo, man, that's crazy that this man is making, 100% of his shots in the fourth quarter, and he's playing 9 minutes of the fourth quarter. And every shot he's taken 4 or 5 or 6 shots or more, he's scored. But if he's taking one shot and he's
He
making
didn't.
it,
He didn't. That's not what happened.
know what I'm saying? That's the average, Phil, because they said it's 7 games since March 17th. So over the last
I
week,
went. I just looked
two
at it.
weeks.
I just looked at it. One game he was 4 for 4. The other game he was 3 for 3. The other game he was 2 for 2. Only one of those games where he took one shot, and then 3 of the games, because it was 10 games total. 3 of the games he didn't play in the fourth quarter. Either way,
So
if
But
it
why
that's
are
the
we
that
counting?
no,
Why are we
that's
counting those games if he didn't play in the
that makes
I didn't
fourth quarter?
I
exactly. So
I
if
didn't
he's
I
not
didn't
playing
count
that
those
fourth
games.
quarter,
I was asked the question. I said he has not missed a shot in the fourth quarter
He said in
in
since
two
March
11
17th.
games.
weeks, in
No, no,
two
no.
weeks, in
You
10
said no,
games.
no,
He said
Phil.
10 games.
I said March 17th. You said
in
in
10
the
games.
last 10 games. March 17th, I think it was 7 games since March 17th.
No,
From
he's
today,
played. It's been 10 games. He's played. He's only played in 7. 3 of the games he didn't play in the fourth quarter.
that's what I'm trying to tell
So
you.
he's played in he's played.
You said 10 games. So three
It
of those games.
that's not
He didn't
inaccurate
even
though.
play the fourth quarter. But he
But
Right,
didn't
I
but
play in
get
the
that's
fourth
vital
quarter.
information, Phil.
cool. You're right. You're right. It's not impressive to not miss a shot in the fourth quarter over 7 games. It's not even impressive to do over 3 games. So let's discredit him for that.
We're not
Cool.
saying. I
Oh
never said it
man, now
wasn't
you come
impressive.
on, don't
I
do
didn't
that,
say it wasn't
Phil.
impressive. But you
Don't do
can't.
that, Phil.
You can't give
Y'all are literally
information
poking
and
holes in it.
you no
I
you
didn't
No,
give
your
misinformation.
your
because
story
you
had
gave
holes in
fake
it, Phil.
information.
I
You
Your
said
gave
he
fake
story.
what
information. You said the
no no no
You're
no
last
no no
10
making
no
it
no.
seem
games.
like Phil. Your
No.
first.
This hold on. No. My first statement was he has not missed a shot in the fourth quarter in 2 weeks. That was the
You
quote.
said
And then
yeah
hold on, two. I said 2
yeah.
weeks. And then Gary, and hold on. And then Gary said, "How many games is that? What, 4 or 5?" I said
No,
10.
he said 7,
Cool.
and then
It's been 10 games. I said 2 weeks, and
right.
it's been 10 games.
Yes,
I have not been inaccurate.
but you still led us to believe he played
That's not
all.
my. That's
What
not
you
my
10
fault.
mean? Okay,
games.
okay. All right,
That's
you
not
got.
your fault. Hey, we
All right,
It's
moving
not.
on. Let's go. Let's go. All right. So
this
what was
is
the other topic? Because he like,
my whole
hey,
thing. All right,
G, Smitty,
my
we're
whole
not gonna
thing.
argue.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
No, go ahead, DJ. I'm good.
My whole thing is I'm not mad at either Shea or Wemby winning MVP. I just think it's super disrespectful to Wemby to say it's clear cut, it's him, get him out of here. He's not the MVP. Just
I
like it would
agree.
be
I agree with
super
that.
disrespectful for me to say who I think Wemby's the MVP to say, man, get Shea out of here. He ain't the MVP. It'd be super
I never.
disrespectful.
I I
Go
No,
never
ahead.
I
said
don't
that.
think none of us said. None of us
I
did. None of us
I
said it.
did. I did.
Oh, okay. Well,
Oh,
I
then
listen.
you
stand
That
that
was
on it.
his first hot topic.
take that
I
up
And
with
then
you.
stand
Take that up with him then.
but
I
you
stand
agreed
on
with him
it.
when he said it, nigga.
No, I did not. I said Shea will win MVP. I don't think Wemby's the MVP. That's all I said. I never said any of the other
When
stuff that
I
y'all talking
when
about.
I when I disagreed, you was like you when I disagreed with George, you was like, I can't remember your exact words, but you were like, nah, George basically George is right. I'm with George on this one.
I'm with George as in I believe Shea is the MVP. That's it. I never
No,
said
but I'm
it
talking
wasn't
about his hot
close.
topic. We were talking about his hot topic. The first the argument was about his hot topic. His hot take,
Okay.
sorry, his hot take.
So
Because
after when it's all said and done, we're gonna.
Gary came in and said and said, make your case, who's the MVP? That's what Gary said. I responded to that.
So let's for clarity. I'm the one that said he's not he's not the MVP. I don't want to hear it. You don't like for him to move up the MVP ladder because he had a press conference is the biggest reason why I don't respect the MVP award. There's no consistency. There's no rhyme or reason to it. They tell me it's because of one thing, then they tell me it's because of another. One year Russell Westbrook gets it because he has a triple double. The next year he has a triple double and he's not even in the top 10 in voting. Then Nikola Jokic does it and then he gets it 3 times to the point where they were trying to give him to him for a fourth time. Like,
At the end of the
no,
day,
it's
it's a popularity. You have to
absolutely, and
produce,
that's
but it's a
why
popularity thing. And to, who's who's more popular than Wemby and Shea? Who's more popular?
and that's why I don't respect it because these media members, it's like these dudes don't even watch the games. Most of them,
And watch highlights.
they
And
watch.
watch highlights and read
They're not
stats.
watching all the games, and then they get up on First Take, Get Up, all these other shows, and they just argue back and forth with their preconceived narratives about the people, and they'll leave facts out. Like the whole thing about the as we're shifting a little bit, the whole thing about the Lakers not being contenders. It's been a funny joke going throughout March and February with Charles Barkley and different people, and all you heard before the winning streak and before we won all the
They
tiebreakers
can't
was
guard nobody. They
they're not a
old.
contender. They're not a contender. But they literally put when I tell you they literally put no facts behind the figures and then they don't put no context behind it. Like literally, no one said. All they'll say is that yeah, they were the 3 seed last year, but they got swept by the T Wolves. Nobody's mentioning that we're 3-0 against the T Wolves this year, and they all been BTAs. So, like, literally, no one's saying anything that we just didn't have the right kind of team. So it's like when they refuse to put context to certain things, and they're just using narratives. Well, they can't be the Nuggets. We got the tiebreaker against the Nuggets. They can't be the Rockets. Got a tiebreaker against the Rockets. They can't be the T Wolves. T Wolves haven't beat us all year. Like, what are we doing? Like, I get the Spurs, I get OKC. I'm not saying that we're gonna win the title. I'll be shocked if we win the title. But like, don't like. I'll be surprised if they come out the first round. Really? Y'all think y'all keep on? There's like this 2K mentality where people feel like the process could be skipped. There's another hot
Say,
take.
man,
There's another hot take. All these people that predicted the Spurs is going to the finals, they're all wrong. You don't skip the process, bro. You don't skip it. Everybody got to go through failure. Everybody has done it, bro. Nobody has just got their guy and went from point A to finals. Everybody has to go through the process. Jordan went through the process. LeBron went through it. Kobe, Shea, all these niggas, they all had to go through the process. So Wemby's no different.
Magic and Bird didn't.
You don't feel like they went through the process?
No, they was winners 3 years in a row. Like
But
high
so
school,
And
college, high
so
and
just
school,
Magic
like
rookie
college, and the
year.
pros. Yeah,
so just like
Magic
you
like he
told
won his
me
high school.
so just like you told me 6 years
The
ago was a
time,
different era.
yeah, it
Don't you
was
think
era.
50 years ago is a different era?
Yeah, so it was 30 years ago with Jordan. Now, the one person, if
Bird,
we really want to keep it a buck, if
Bird,
we're gonna talk about somebody, we talking
Bird.
about somebody who
Dwayne Wade.
actually had to. Yeah, D Wade had to fight. LeBron had to fight. Kobe had to fight. Shaq had to fight. Hakeem had to fight. Now, if we're gonna start with the Hakeem years, which is basically Jordan years, because that's 30 years ago. But when Hakeem, Jordan, like they literally had to fight. That LeBron, I mean that D Wade, Shaq, that 2000,
6.
1999 to no, like 19, like from 2000 on up until now. I don't think anybody hasn't had to go through that process of fighting to get to where they want to get to. Like
What?
it was not an easy crawl. Everybody had to get it. Like
Everybody.
they
That's
had to
what I'm
go
saying.
through it. Yeah,
Everybody.
they had to
So
go through it. But
Bird,
that's what I'm
Wimby just
saying.
so
Bird
happened.
lost four.
People's
Wimby jumped
predicting the
into.
Spurs in the
Bird lost
finals
four
and winning.
one.
I'm like, do y'all remember? Like everybody
Is
got to
that
go
far
through
fetched
this.
though? Is that far
Everybody,
fetched though?
everybody has to fail before they succeed, yo. You do not skip the process in the NBA. You don't
So do
do
you
it in
believe
the
that
NBA.
Detroit? You believe Detroit? You believe Detroit has failed enough for them to be put into the finals against the?
I don't think Detroit has enough shooting. I feel like you get them in a 7 game series, you could outcoach them very easily and get them up out
I
of
just
there.
don't. I don't believe them. I don't believe in Detroit at all.
Right.
I do
Like
not
I
believe in
mean,
Detroit at all. I
I feel like you would get them out of there. Like as much as we make fun of the Knicks, if you put the Knicks in a 7 game series against the Pistons, the Knicks will beat them again.
they'll probably beat them.
Yeah, they're gonna
Who's that
get
talking?
like. I think that's me echoing a little bit.
Yeah.
Oh,
So the process can't be skipped. I'm sorry. I know Brian Jordan's gonna hate hearing this, but the process can't be skipped. You don't go from most improved to the finals, bro. You just don't. Everybody gonna have to have that year where you sitting in your chair, you like Stephon Diggs, watching all the confetti fall on the floor, and it ain't for you.
Somebody's phone is repeating.
yeah. That's Smitty's.
How do I sound now?
Um,
You solid. That's it.
Okay, okay.
That's it. That's it.
I was gonna
Yo,
say,
so
I was
Smitty
gonna
is
say, well, I was just gonna say that Bird he lost 4-1 in the playoffs the year before they won it, so there was a process there, and Magic
You
joined
said
the
that
team that
wasn't a
had
process.
there was a process. He lost 4-1 in the second round, and then they won it the next year.
In what year? In what year? His first year,
Uh,
right?
yeah,
His second year, probably. They won the first year because that's when
no, they didn't.
my man
They
they
didn't. They
beat
didn't.
they beat
They
Houston.
didn't win the first year.
They beat Houston in
That-
'81. So he lost in '80. So his first year he lost. The second
yeah,
year he won.
that's the
And then he went to
process,
the
though.
finals like 3, 4 years in a row or something. But between them and the Sixers, they were going back and forth to the finals. That's not a process
But to
because that's the
George's
case what
point,
the San Antonio doing. They came
the
in, they
Spurs have
lost.
no, 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 no,
They
no. The
had
Spurs
end
have
up
never
getting
been to the playoffs.
Chris. Then they lost, and then this year, they're they're the top of the NBA.
Garrett,
Period.
Garrett,
They're
Garrett.
like top four in the
What we're
NBA
saying
and
is
in the
what.
second in the West. So I
What
don't.
George is
You
saying
think
is
that? You don't think those are lying?
no. The Spurs have never been to the playoffs. Never. That's what George is saying. You
Yo,
can't
he
skip
can't.
the
His
process.
phone going
You
out.
feeling the
His
bad?
phone going in and out.
Your
You're,
phone
you're in a
going in and
bad
out,
area,
Phil.
Phil.
Okay.
So I was gonna say, man, listen, and I don't. This is the reason why I was all hyped and telling DJ like, yeah, let's do this. Can we please get to that before I have to go?
Oh, okay.
You know what I'm talking?
There we go.
Yeah. Can we please
All
jump
right.
on that
So
one? Can
so Pat Beverly.
Can y'all hear me
Has,
now?
yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, I'm sorry. I was just saying that. George is saying that
Phil,
what
back up some.
George is saying that Wemby them they've never been to the playoffs, and I think that's the process he's talking about. You can't go from never going to the playoffs to winning it. That doesn't happen. Magic is an outlier because he had the best player of all time at the time on a veteran team, but he didn't carry them. Like that was Kareem, and they just you know what I'm saying they did what they did, but that's an outlier. Everyone else has went through the process that George is speaking about.
That's just my feeling. Well, yeah, we got to dive into this Pat Bev conversation before we get out of here.
You double
So,
talking again, Brody.
can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you, but you just double. It was. Oh, there you go. It's better now.
All right, cool. So, Pat Bev, I guess, just went on a rant the other day, basically saying that James Harden is the third greatest shooting guard of all time. You know, Michael
Jesus
Jordan,
Christ, man.
Kobe Bryant, and he gave it to James Harden as third. That spot's normally held for two people. I've heard arguments for Allen Iverson, and I've heard arguments for Dwayne Wade. You know, I'm biased, so I'm always gonna say Dwayne Wade at
Likewise.
three. I'm
Likewise.
always gonna say Dwayne Wade at three. But the reasons that Pat Beverly is saying that that James Harden is third is the funny part to me, and I'm gonna give you what he posted. I'm never gonna listen to his podcast ever. He where was the tweet? Where did the tweet go? Basically, it was all 3-point shooting and scoring. That was his premise for why James Harden was better all time than Dwayne Wade. Now, if you saw Dwayne Wade didn't take too kindly to this, and then Pat Bev even tried to slick in there that Pat Bev was a better 3-point shooter than Dwayne Wade, and I think that quickly got him shut down by a bunch of people. But what do y'all think? What do y'all think concerning this discussion?
Well, I'll jump in first because you know what? Go ahead, DJ.
I think DJ. Oh, there
My
you go.
bad. So I think that's super false. I think the fact that Pat Bev never played against a prime Wade, he's just talking out his ass. And he used to be Harden's teammate. I think that plays part. Um, again, I rock with people that play both sides of the floor. I'm not saying Dwayne Wade was this savant, this juggernaut on defense, but he played way better defense than James Harden. Let's throw that out there now. And
Right.
I don't care if people say, "Oh, that's not saying." Well, you don't understand when somebody says that you're hurting your case. Um, like you said in the chat, I agree with you. When it comes to playmaking, when it comes to 3-point shooting, he got him, but Dwayne Wade got him in every single thing else, including IQ. Um, I don't think I don't have James Harden in my top five shooting guards. So I put Iverson in my top five. I think
Dang, you don't even got him
everybody try to
fifth.
put him. No,
Who's your
remember in the
fifth?
chat, I didn't have him. My fifth was
Jerry
I
West.
no, because Jerry West is a PG to me. Um, who did I have? I either had I said Drexler. Oh, I was torn between Drexler and T Mac. I mean, not T
Oh,
Mac. Vince Carter.
oh.
In your top
And that
five?
that Vince Carter thing was only just that was me being biased for sure. But just being honest.
I don't know about that, but hey,
Man, listen.
we got our biases,
Yo,
people.
I respect. I respect. Here's the deal, man. I understand how this works. Everybody gonna have it's opinionated, is opinion driven. Everybody have the people that they like.
Yep.
So that's why I got to the point now when I'm in another chat with these idiots, with Terrence Vaughn and them, and they keep they, instead of just saying Michael Jordan's my favorite player, they have to downplay LeBron and like no matter what people say, you're not gonna ever change. There's nothing you're gonna be able to say to change my mind about who my favorite player is and who I think is the GOAT. Period. So when it comes to these shooting guards, I try my best to use facts. I try to use some of my opinion and what I try to use what I've seen. I believe Mike is the greatest two guard to ever play the game. I believe Kobe is second. And I also even believe I gotten to the point where I fight for Kobe being 1A and Dwayne being 1B. James Harden is, I don't even believe I have James Harden in my top 10. And if I, like I told you the other day, Smitty,
Wow.
if he's in my top 10 as a shooting guard, if he's in my top 10 as a shooting guard, he's top 10 and a half. That's somebody that's half better than him. Somewhere, I just got to go and find it. He's not a better shooting guard than Vince Carter. Vince Carter, I'm gonna rock with that. He's not a better shooting guard than Clyde Drexler. He affects the game on one way and one way only. I
Man, he
like
said he
guys
got somebody that's half better than him.
at just at least one, just a half better. James Harden's basketball game is not something that I would want my son. My son will be 4 years old in September. I'll never show him highlights of James Harden. If I do, I'll show him a highlight of saying, this is how I do not want you to play the game of
Wow.
basketball. My sons, they watch Chris Paul. They watch, I don't even have a problem with them watching Stephen Curry because he's he shoot the ball. I don't have a problem with them watching Mike, D Wade, Clyde Drexler, nigga, Dale Ellis, Dale Curry. Any of those guys are better shooting guards than James Harden to me. He was destructive. He was not. I've never, and I just told DJ, I told you this. I do not like his game. So you were like, oh, I'm not gonna say I don't like. No, I don't like his game. Shooting guards, top five. Shooting guards. When we're talking about, I really just stop at the 80s, but from the 80s to the late 25, the 25, 26, Mike, Kobe, D Wade, and this is where I put Jerry West and then AI. That's my top five. And that's what I believe just based upon their impact of the game. How often, like, I do get why AI is somewhat of a, we laugh at him, because he couldn't play defense. He didn't play defense. He played on a team that he really had to drag. He had to score for his team because if Eric Snow is your point guard,
Man.
if Eric Snow is your point guard, you got to be top five shooting guard.
Yep.
And that's not to take anything away from Eric Snow because when he was at Michigan State in his early days in the game, when he came into the league, he was solid, but he was never that good. They use him for him being a big size guard who can guard the two guard for Allen kind of thing.
Yep.
So yeah, man, I I am not impressed with James Harden. I worked for James Harden. I've hung out with him. I've never got a chance to really tell him how I feel because I probably would have got fired. But I'm a straight shooter, bruh. You probably are 10 and a half in top shooting guards. As far as
Wow.
his accomplishments, fellas, and I'm bringing it to a close. As far as his accomplishments, what did he do without saying MVP? What did he do that makes him a top five shooting guard? What did he accomplish? Respectfully,
Well, we,
outside of the out, right? That's my caveat. Outside of the regular season, because y'all know you can play 6 games in a row against a team that's going to be trash. They got hurt players or they don't have good players. They have a bad coaching system. They have a bad, and you can end up going 30, 40, you hitting 40s, you hitting 50s, you got 50-point triple doubles. But when you find out it was the Vancouver Grizzlies, who can, like that's not going to come up in a stat sheet. All you're going to know is that he has this 50-point triple double. That's like, I love the fact that LeBron scored 60. But every time they tell me it was the Bobcats, I take 17 points off.
that was the
It was,
good
it was-
Bobcats though.
they
He
were
did that
never
on
good.
Gerald Wallace.
They were never good, Vic. Come on, man. They were never good. They were the Bobcats. And they
They
were the
were
Bobcats.
orange.
They were so whack that they went back to being a Hornet. So no, James Harden shouldn't be in anybody's top five. But if he is, I respect it because it's more so that's a player that I like. That's someone that I like his game or I like to watch him play and blah blah blah. James Harden if he played with and1, he'd be at the top of my list. I like him more than I like what's my man name? He's from Atlanta. What's his name, DJ?
Which one?
Hot
AO?
sauce. I like him more than
Hot
hot
sauce.
sauce. I like him
Hot
more than
sauce.
Professor. I like him more than all those cats that were handlers. I like him more than the Pat, what name is. I just watched the doggone thing the other day, man. But all of them dudes,
The
James Harden would
professor.
have killed. But no, the other kid, the kid he's an older guy. He used to hang with Main Event. Him and Main Event were the
AO.
first two to start. Not
AO.
AO.
Hey yo. Oh.
No, not AO. Not AO. AO from Philly, right? Hey, AO from Philly. This dude from New York. He's from Queens. He in Main Event, bald head. They used to talk. They call him a dribbling machine. He was like he had the handles out of the
Forgot.
world. Y'all know what I'm talking about. If y'all saw his face, but James Harden had better handles than all them boys because he was more of a playground player. So when you bring that to the league and you're not even, and we talking about, oh, when he averaged a double and 10 assists. Look at the assists. It wasn't a Chris Paul assist. Mike Conley made a statement the other day. If you come down, I'm looking to see who I need to get the ball to. James Harden's not looking to see who we need to get the ball to. He's passing out of desperation. Oh man, what can I do now? Bam. Somebody double team me, drop it off. But you're not coming down looking at, trying to find out if my shooting, my other shooting guard or the other small forward that can actually shoot the ball is coming off a down pick. He's gonna be open. Let me drop it down. That's the type of stuff LeBron does. That's the type of stuff Chris does. That's stuff Mike Conley does. That's stuff that Isaiah did. That's the type of stuff that even Mario Chalmers would do. Like I respect Mario Chalmers' game more than I do James Harden. So that's how bad my take is. I'm gonna end on Mario Chalmers.
Mm.
I do not like James Harden is not top five to me, fellas. Just so we just to me.
All right. That says it all. I did. I have him at 5. I have him
Really?
at 5. I got him at 5. I like it. I like his game. He gets people in
Go for
foul
it.
trouble.
Go
You
for it.
know, like he just hasn't won.
So who's
Like
4 for you?
Yeah, who's for?
Iverson.
Oh, so you got him above Jerry West and Vince Carter and stuff like that. I get it.
Yeah,
I'm with it.
I don't got Vince. I got Clay over Vince.
Oh,
Like
that was another thing I brought up. Real quick, I'm gonna be long. Originally I had Clay in my top five.
yeah,
I
time
only
like
and I only swapped
prime
him out because
Clay.
of Jim. Yeah, he was,
Prime
but
Clay,
yeah,
man.
yeah, dog.
With like 60-something points with no dribbles, like
No, with 60-some points with 6 dribbles or 8 dribbles or something like that.
yeah.
Dog,
And then
in
had to,
3 quarters.
and then had to check Steph's guy.
And he was playing defense too. This before he blew out his knee.
Yep.
If that kid don't mess up his knee, man, he goes down as a top 5, easy top 5 shooting guard. He got 4 rings, even though 3 of them are suspect. He got 4 rings because they earned that ring against Boston, but
Yes,
I
they
don't really
did.
believe they earned that ring against the LeBron-led teams. But at any rate, think about that, man. They got 3 rings against the Cavs. 3 rings against the Cavs only. 15, 17, 18 was all against the Cavs.
Mm-hmm.
That's crazy work. But Klay Thompson is a better shooting guard than James Harden because he was a shooting guard.
Oh,
No, I guess.
I'm just this. That's just me. I mean, I can't
Now, I respect your opinion, Brody. I
because
promise
it's
you I
like
do.
I feel like if I kind of downplay, like my only issue is the him being above D Wade. We not doing that.
Never.
But
Never.
if I knock Harden too rough, then they're gonna be like, George, you be sitting here talking about Luka this, Luka that, but you don't like James Harden. I feel like I'll be a bit of a hypocrite if
I get you. I respect
because
it.
like
But we
Luka is
don't
really
put
like.
but we don't put Luca in top 5 or over Steph or over as a point guard or
But
over.
if he keeps going at this rate, mind you, he's 27. If he
Hmm.
keeps going at this rate at to the age of 34, he cracking somebody top 5.
But he gotta win something, man. He gotta win something.
That's true.
He gotta win something. He gotta prove that he's more than if the other day I saw him play defense, man. I meant to text you too. The other day I saw him strip somebody. Like
Couldn't
I'm talking
believe
about. He
it.
got on it. Yeah, dog, I was shook. He literally got down in the stance. He sat down, played moved his feet. He was really, and I don't know if it was because of that one possession that he needed the ball back. He ripped him. Like really, like played defense. Imagine him doing that every game where he's playing and he's getting a steal and a half every game, and he's scoring the ball. I just don't think he should bring the ball up. I think
That's
somebody
why
else should bring the ball up and give it to him on the wing and let him work. But
that's
I
why I've
hate
been more than happy with them. Win or lose, you give me that effort, I'll take the
facts.
effort and like I've been seeing the effort. So when people try to downplay, I don't want to make this a Lakers show, but when people try to downplay the Lakers with this, they have no shot. Like, nah, we got generational over here. Like y'all might look at Austin Reed. All I need them to do is stop trying to foul bait, stop talking to the refs,
Facts.
just stop,
Just play basketball. Yeah.
just play ball. Don't say surprise the refs one game.
Don't say
Don't say
nothing.
nothing to them. Play through everything and just don't say jack. Like surprise them dudes. I want them to have a meeting. Like, did Lucas say anything to you today? Nah. Like
Mhm.
surprise them jokers. Like, so
So I agree.
other
But
than
he's
that,
that
stop talking
that
to the
dude, Pat.
refs and show effort. But Pat Bev is tripping. Great
He's
job
way
of
out of
getting
line,
content
man.
though. Great job of getting
He getting that.
content because nobody's been talking about his podcast for a minute. So he definitely
He knew he had to say
got
something for
eyes on
shock
him.
value.
Yes, indeed.
He had to say
Yes,
something for shock
indeed.
value.
I'm trying to tell you, the sports podcast game of these old sports heads is more WWE than WWE. Jason Whitlock and Stephen A. Smith is in the background texting each other. Could you believe everybody think that we mad at each other? Let's go to Raising Canes later. Like, them niggas is talking to each other. Like, it's WWE, man. It's all for ratings and whatever, but it is what it is. Man, this was fun. This was fun. We're going to have to get together and do this and not wait so long. Been trying to get
I'm
y'all
here
in here
for.
for a minute. This
Well,
was
it
cool.
took it took something as asinine as 29% from 3 point. Dog, do you know how like that is amazing that a shooting guard is as dope as he is and he didn't have to use the 3 point line? That's one reason why everybody respect Michael Jordan. He didn't have to use the 3 point line.
Scoring
Kobe,
champ.
LeBron, yeah, with no three,
Scoring
with
champ.
barely shooting three.
Scoring champ without the three in the 2000s era. Are you kidding me?
Wow. Oh,
Anyway,
I didn't even think about that part. I thought you was talking about Mike. You talking about the 2000s.
I'm talking
You
about
talking about with,
Dwayne.
yeah, that's crazy.
Without a three in the 2000s. Like, I mean, Do y'all remember before the injuries really took a hold of that dude? Because I remember I had the whole heartbreak seeing my favorite player getting shipped out of LA. They said he was going to Miami, and I'm like, what's there? They was like, there's this young boy from Chicago named Dwayne Wade. And I put them highlights on. I was like,
Oh, so you wouldn't follow him? You wouldn't check it in when he was in the
I
because
had
I
no
found out about him
idea,
when he was in
bro.
college. But he was oh yeah, I saw, but I didn't know he was gonna be as good as he turned out though. I didn't
Me
like
neither.
when I saw him in the playoffs in the tournament for Marquette. I didn't
Yeah,
know he was gonna turn into that D Wade because you know I always say it freshman year, but his rookie year when they went to the playoffs and beat New Orleans,
yeah.
that's when he rocked Baron Davis.
That's when he broke
Dog.
out. Yeah.
I mean, not New Orleans. They were considered they were somebody else at the time,
No,
but
they
they
were
were
New
playing in the
Orleans
East.
then, but
But they were playing on the East.
they were in the Eastern Conference then.
Okay.
Yeah.
But yeah, he rocked him man. So he made a believe out of me then. And then 2 years in a row, '05 and '06, he cooked.
Yep.
He cooked. They lost to Detroit in '05 and then came back and beat him in '06. But yeah, and then you remember Shaq got hurt in '05. That's the reason why they didn't really, they didn't win in the playoffs that year because he got hurt. But when they came back in '06, that dude was an absolute monster. I watched him for 4 games give Dirk and them the absolute
Fits.
business. Them dudes had 4 games in a row, bro,
They
and he
was up
averaged over
2-0.
30.
They
Yes,
was up
sir.
2-0.
And
There was
lost 4-2.
nobody else. The highest, I think Dwayne was at about 27 to 28 a game, and the second person next to him was Antoine Walker with 13 a game during the finals.
That's what the average was?
It was Dwayne, and the second person was Antoine Walker with 13.
Yep.
Shaq was barely averaging like 9 or 10.
Wow.
Remember
Oh,
Correct.
yeah,
what's
Shaq
name?
when
What was the dude?
Shaq,
What was
uh,
the center with the headband? Mick something.
who? For Miami?
Yeah.
I only knew about Alonzo and Shaq.
He was a journeyman. Yeah, Alonzo had to come
Unless
back
you're
and
talking about
he had to get his
you,
kitty together to come play.
but you talking about that other kid though, because when he came back from his kidney situation, he was in Jersey.
There was another Miami Heat center.
Center?
I'm
You're not
getting
talking
the
about
roster now.
Posey?
Not James Posey. He
It-
was a center.
'Cause that's what I remember him having on a headband. I'm just trying to think who you talking about had a headband on.
Because they had Derek Anderson.
So the centers were Earl Barron, Michael Doliak, Alonzo, Shaq.
In
Yeah,
'06? That's it, right?
that's it.
Why am I remembering somebody else? I'm tripping.
Yeah, because I
Birdman.
think
I mean, that was later.
Posey, that's that white chocolate year. That's the Gary Payton year. That's the Posey year. That's the Antoine year.
I'm tripping. And we thought
That's
the Earl Barron dude was gonna be something, and he fell off quick. But yeah, Zoe was playing better than Shaq.
yeah,
Fresh
he
off
was.
of
That's why he was getting all
fresh
the
off of
minutes.
having one kidney.
Yeah, he cooked. Without Alonzo, they don't win that series though, because he blocked a gang of shots and changed a lot of shots.
Heck yeah. So good times. Well, we
Yep.
will see y'all next time. I guess we'll just be here for we'll predict these playoffs and these awards
Well, we got
next
one more
time we
week.
pass through. Yeah, we got about
It's like a week. It's
we got
like
about 2
5 more
weeks.
games, 6 games.
Yeah,
Is it 2? All
we got
right.
about 2 weeks.
Say
So we'll
less. Let's
come
get
back
it,
and
man.
we'll predict those. And bless y'all. Y'all be good. Enjoy
My
this.
bro.
Hey, leave it in the comments if you disagree. Because this will be everywhere. YouTube, Facebook, all that good stuff.
Let go.
Appreciate y'all. Peace.